Let me now explain the third titled subject under episode 2, that is 24 Tatvas of nature, which was part of itemized index displayed in introduction video. Number 3, 24 elements or Tatvas or Evolutes of nature. Now Tatvas means elements or Evolutes. We learnt from previous episode that Prakriti, the nature, as the first cause of cosmos. It is responsible for manifestation of entire universe and its diversity. So we have to understand that Prakriti has no control over soul and cannot make living forms without the input of soul. It means that the nature can create objects but cannot put life into it without the divine energy from Purusha in the form of soul. Soul means Atma or Jiva Atma. This episode prominently explains about the evolution of universe, including Prakriti with its inherent 3 attributes. This universe comprises of 24 elements or Tattvas, which are also called as Evolutes. The reasons for the evolution or Prakriti to manifest are stated to be the contact between Mool Prakriti and Purusha, the soul, which was explained in diagram 1 of previous video. This contact is stated to be not in the literal or physical sense, but due to the close proximity. It is explained that the presence of Purusha in the close proximity of Prakriti is the reason for Mool Prakriti to get stimulated and get excited to initiate the manifestation process. Means Mool Prakriti is drawing immense power from Uttam Purusha and getting stimulated. It means that the divine energy is so powerful that it excited the Mool Prakriti to start creation process. The divine energy empowers the Triguna Tattvas, that is 3 attributes of Prakriti, and excites Mool Prakriti to initiate evolution of the nature. From the concept of Sankhya philosophy, this universe interacts within 24 Tattvas, means elements. Let us now understand the beginning of manifestation process of 23 attributes from Prakriti. As explained in Bhagavad Gita, Uttam Purusha to be the root cause of creation in the form of soul as a transmundane voyager. Nature manifests, controls and manages the universe as per Supreme Soul's pre-programmed activities. In other words, we can say that Uttam Purush is immanent or ingrained in the universe, but still transcending. Though the soul prevails in the creation process, but without any regulating, controlling and managing activities. It means the soul is not involved in the regular nuances of running the universe. Let us first try to understand the initial 3 evolutes to get their functional parameters from the human perception in this universe. Now look at the diagram 3 on your screen, which is explaining about the first evolute. The first activated evolute of Prakriti in the process of manifestation is known as Mahat, Great One or Great Principle it means, which is representing in 2 segments. In an unmanifested Prakriti, it is known as, or it pertains to, cosmic intelligence, which is pure and infinite in manifested form. The first evolute of nature under manifestation process is known as buddhi, means intelligence, which pertains to individual intelligence. Now you can see all these points on your diagrams, 3 on the screen. Being the first evolute, buddhi is in the closest proximity to the soul, which is Purusha, even in the manifestation process. This denotes the importance, potentiality, and quality of buddhi in the manifestation process. Under Sankhya philosophy, the concept of buddhi refers to the discriminative faculty of mind. Regarding mind, we will further learn from this video. Buddhi is responsible for decision making, reasoning, and judgment. As we already learnt about the interactive nature of 3 attributes, buddhi is also obviously impacted by these 3 attributes. Though buddhi is supposed to be responsible for all aspects of knowledge, but it is commonly clouded by the inherent 3 attributes of the nature. In other words, in this way, buddhi can cause behavioral change in human. So, the result may not be completely controlled by the human's deeds. So we are now coming to the point that a human cannot control the result from each of his deed. We can draw an intuition from this explanation that if buddhi is not commonly clouded by the 3 inherent attributes, it may be closer to the cosmic intelligence. From now onwards, each evolute of nature is explained through diagrams. It is important to understand the differences and interactions between and among all 24 elements of nature. Though buddhi is the subtle form of divine energy, it is affected by the impacts of these 3 attributes. Means the 3 attributes of nature would have an impact on the subtle form of buddhi. Even at individual level, buddhi plays an important role to enable an awakening. Buddhi is the most prominent evolute of nature or prakriti to enable a human to move towards liberation from the materialistic world and align to the conscious of Purusha. Buddhi as an evolute of Prakriti emerges with 3 embedded qualities in Prakriti, which are known as emotions or feelings. Now let us refer to diagram 4, which you will find the upper part of the diagram has already been explained in previous videos. So I am only now concentrating on the individual intelligence related, means buddhi related expressions or feelings. Now coming down, you find 3 oval kind of circles there. On the left side of the circle, which reflecting the sattvic expression. Now what are the expressions under sattvic quality? Now dharma, treat everyone at par. It expresses, protects everyone's interests. Now the second one under sattvic expression is gnana, attain knowledge to gain eternal peace, attain knowledge to understand oneness of Supreme Soul. Now the third one coming up under that is vairagya, give up everything to get eternal peace. No interest in any object other than Supreme Soul. And the last one in that is Aishwarya. Doesn't mean money here. Please understand that. Possess qualities to understand oneness. Oneness of the Supreme Soul, who is the source for the energy of this entire universe. Competence to control buddhi. Now we are coming to the last circle of this diagram, which is talking about tamasic expressions. What are those? The first one is adharma, ill treatment of people based on your individualistic perception. Protect only selfish interest, not to worry about others' interests. Ajnana, the second one. Attain knowledge only for selfish interests and pleasure. Get stuck in ignorance and don't recognize the soul. Third is raga, interested in everything for selfish pleasure. Don't hesitate to hurt others to fulfill selfish interests, selfish desires. The last one again in this is Anaishwarya. So lose all qualities to recognize oneness of soul. Loses control over buddhi and performs deeds with lust and result oriented. And the last one, what we are talking about as an expression which you can find it in the middle of this diagram as an oval circle, Rajas expression. Deeds performed with a mixture of balanced sattvic and tamasic expressions can be called as Rajas expressions. From the previously shown diagram 4, we should understand that the road for liberation or bondage depends on the quality of intelligence, that is buddhi. So the awareness or jnana, which is the sattvic expression of buddhi, has the power to identify the difference between pure consciousness, that means jivatma, and the materialistic attachment. This power shows the way to liberate. Hari Om Namo